So, I've been thinking about some things lately, and just wanted to compartirlos. Just wanted to share them on a platform where I can see them forever and not write them down because I don't like doing that. Anyway, Friday night, I got home from work and everybody was gone. Nobody was home. None of my roommates were home. One was out with her boyfriend. One left Thursday night to go snowboarding this weekend. One was at work and one was babysitting. So I was just sitting on the couch, minding my business, watching some Netflix. And the only notifications I was getting were from Canvas that assignments were being graded. And I was like, I have no friends here. I have not made new friends other than my roommates since being home from my mission. Let me tell you how this makes me feel. Okay? So the friend group that I hung out with before my mission have all moved on, gotten married, or like I'm not like part of that group anymore because I'm a different person than I was when I hung out with them before. And I just don't find as much joy as I did hanging out with them now as I did before. Still love them, they're still great people, but I don't want to hang out with them anymore. And then this has been in my mind for a while, but it just kind of came into fruition Friday night, I, from all of my life, from what I can remember, and this isn't, from what I can remember, I've never been the person that people have wanted to hang out with, go on dates with. I've never been sought after. And yes, that is an overgeneralization. My best friend now, Jessica, she will actively be like, hey, do you want to hang out? Let's do this, let's do that. But for the majority of my life, I have been the one that has reached out to people. Been like, yo, let's do this, let's do that. I'm like the proactive friend that's like, let's go do something. And let me tell y'all, that's exhausting. And I'm kind of done being that person. I don't want to be the person that's constantly trying to get people to do things with me. I don't want to be the one depended upon to provide entertainment. I don't like planning things. I don't like hosting parties. I don't like being the one in charge of things like that. And so the way it makes me feel about myself and the way it makes me feel is that I feel undesirable in a way. And no one has ever been like, I don't want to date you. I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want to be your friend. That hasn't ever really happened, but the opposite hasn't really happened either. No one has ever been like, yo, let's go on a date because I actually enjoy your company and I want to get to know you more. It's just been friend dates. I went to prom, Mormon prom with this kid because his class drew names out of a hat and I was who he picked. The fact that you drew, that's how you decided who to ask to prom. And then this boy plops down next to me in the pew and shows me a plate of blondies with the words prom spelled out in chocolate chips. Didn't say a word. And I was just like, sure. Okay. Then he gets my number. Didn't even have my number before that. Okay. Proceeds to try to get to know me. Okay. When I tell you that this boy and I did not have anything in common, we did not have anything in common. If you know me well, you know I love Harry Potter. I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd. I know lots of things. But I keep it on the down low because I don't want to be that Harry Potter fan. there are those Harry Potter fans, and I don't want to be one of them. So I keep it chill, keep contained. Okay. This boy tells me that he hates the Harry Potter movies because they did not put everything that happened in the books into the movies. Yes, movies have flaws. But to tell me that you don't like them because they didn't put every single little detail into them that were in the books, and that's why you don't like it, that's dumb. As much as I would sit in a theater for 12 hours and watch a play-by-play of Sorcerer's Stone or the Deathly Hallows, I'd be in that theater for 72 hours. Are you kidding me? That's just unfeasible. That is economically irresponsible. Like, that's a ridiculous reason to not like the Harry Potter movies. And so from the moment he said that, I was like, oh, this is going nowhere. Like, we're not even going to be friends. Like, this is not going anywhere. And then during spring break that year, I had a job, so I worked full-time that week and earned money. He stayed home and built Lego cars with his father. When I tell you my ward growing up was dry, girl, it was drier than the Sahara Desert. There's a reason marriages haven't come out of my home ward. Nobody's married each other. Like, nobody in my youth group. Okay? I don't really expect anybody to. Okay? So, then the other dates I've been on, I'm not counting mutual dates because they're awful and a different breed of terrible. Okay? Been on 2 mutual dates. I hate myself. It's fine. The other dates I've been on were friends. Okay? Like, they were like, hey, there's this jazz concert at the community college. Do you want to go with me? Like, it'll be a fun thing. And I was like, sure. Why not? I learned that night I don't like jazz concerts. Other time, my little brother's friend was like, there's this new 16-year-old in our ward. Like, there's this girl that just turned 16 in our ward, and I want to show her what dating is like. Will you go on a double date with me and her and this other kid? And we'll show her, like, what dating can be like. I was like, yes, that's a great idea. I will gladly do that with you. But no one has ever been like, though, like, she's cute, she's funny, she's smart. She's a strong woman of God. I want to date her. I want to hang out with her. I want to get to know her. Not once in my life. Okay, one date, this kid asked me out through his roommate, who was my friend, who's no longer my friend because he's not a good person. Asked me out. We went to Pizza Pie Cafe. I almost threw up because I did not feel good that day. Didn't get a second date. Also, never been on a second date with anyone in my life. Never had a boyfriend. Never held anybody's hand. Never kissed a boy. Never cuddled. Never done anything with anybody of the opposite sex. Okay? Because the opportunity has not presented itself. I have never been the one sought after.